Attempt 4. Maybe we can keep the Mutt and Jeff show under control. All right, folks. This is our second installment on Eric and Anna's trip out west to fish for cutthroat trout. Here they're going to be moving from the lake into the rivers, and you'll see them do some river fishing. A little bit of. We're going to do 2 rivers on this one that you're going to visit. What were those rivers again?
So the first segment is the Upper Snake, and then we get in the drift boat and we float on the Salt River.
So there'll be 2 rivers in this one. You'll see a little bit more of the rivers out there as they're chasing the cutthroats. So let's get on with the video, and we'll be kind of doing that same blogging style format as we'll be talking about what's going on. And you'll see a little bit more fishing action in this one as you did with the other one. Well, let's get on with the video. So this is the Upper Snake.
Correct.
And
yep. So Upper Snake, really kind of a fun morning. So batting cleanup here. I'm throwing a streamer. Anna is way upstream, probably 50 yards upstream from me, with Chris throwing dry flies, and they got
they had a visitor.
They had a visitor, a really close visitor, aka a mama black bear and baby. And so I heard all this commotion. The next thing you know, there they are. And here's Anna with Chris doing some instruction. What we had going on was a hoot owl reg. So we started out.
Yeah, the hoot owl reg is because of the you had a drought, a lot of hot weather. And for those of you who's not familiar with the hoot owl reg, it means you fish from about what time in the morning?
I think it's like 6 to 2.
Yeah, so it's designed to keep you off the water when the heat is really affecting the trout. And so, it looks like she just missed a fish.
Yeah, so this was just a really gradually, over time here, we started to really get into numbers. We did have a lot of chances. Anna had some really good chances here too. So it was just a slow pick. There it looked like maybe another miss. Anna's got to get a little faster on the trigger, but anyway,
that all comes with experience.
All comes with experience. So,
but it's a nice looking scene.
Yeah, we're gonna come up to a pretty interesting visitor here also.
But she does finally get a nice connection here.
She gets a nice connection. And we had some visitors.
Hold on a second.
Well, which were people. And so Anna got to perform here in front of all the people. Didn't like the pressure so much, but she ended up landing it. And, of course, the visitors, they were like, oh, there's actually fish in there.
Yeah, a lot of these rivers have a lot of fish in them.
Yeah.
They're pretty fishy.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course, Chris has given her some great instruction, backing right up instead of trying to reel down on the fish.
And get a nice skinny water where we can get a good net job on it.
Good old swoop.
There we go.
Yeah! That's a nice cutty right there. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a Yellowstone. Nice fish. Yellowstone cutthroat trout, Snake River. Well done. Something! It's a good one.
So still same spot, and boop,
we got otters.
We got otters. We had done a gear drop up way upstream, and he was doing that. We were just laying around, lounging, resting our casting arms, and Anna got right on the horn here, and we got otters floating by.
Well, you guys had a lot of wildlife that day, didn't you? Between the black bears and the otters. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of the fun with that type of fishing out west is we get to see new critters.
New critters. Yes.
Here we go.
All right, so we are now on the Salt River.
Yeah, this is another day, ain't it?
Another day.
Yep.
Salt River in the drift boat. Anna's on point.
You're back to doing cleanup for the moment.
I'm running the video. I'm running the camera. So there's the pink rod that you just saw. You'll see it again. There it is.
Anna's pink rod.
Anna's pink rod.
Nice little rod from Sage that she casts very well and fishes well with.
So there's your clue what we're going to be coming up and seeing soon with the fencing. And
Yeah, this is not unusual out west. Water is such an issue for livestock that very often one of the few options I do have is to fence it down to the river so cattle can get to water. So that's not an unusual sight.
AKA river maggots.
Yeah, I call them range maggots.
So, again, just doing the typical float. The thing that I want to talk about here is not so much in the video, but what Chris would do. And, he'll give you instructions, say, okay, 50 feet, coming up, but he would point with his oar either river left or river right, but instead of saying river right or river left, he'd just say, off the oar, 50 feet, get ready, and you're ready. And consequently, what ended up happening when I looked back at this trip, how successful we were, it really came down to the preparation right there.
Yeah, he was using his oar to help you line up for the next shot where he wanted to fly it and made it a lot simpler.
So there was no guesswork.
Yeah.
You knew it was 50 feet off the left, but instead of saying left and trying to figure out in the moment,
it was 50 feet
right.
off the oar. You looked at
50
which one
feet
he was
off the
pointing
oar.
at, and you look 50 feet down and drop your fly and start fishing.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yep. Boy, is that ever good advice. The KISS rule.
Yep, the old KISS rule.
Now, this looks like a pretty gentle river down through here.
It's very gentle. It was a long drift. We had to keep moving. We do not have a reg, or the hoot owl reg.
On this piece of water?
On this piece of water. We are out of the park. It's park only that there's the hoot owl.
Well, some of the hoot owl regs are going to other places, but it'll be river to river and state to state that time of year. So you didn't have to worry about the hoot owl reg that day.
But it was a really long drift, 10, 15 miles. So we were really,
So
it was just, got to keep
stop.
going. Don't stop.
Yeah.
Next, fish, next. Keep going. We are obviously close to the road there. There was some traffic in the back. Again, Chris being a great guide, giving some instruction. He was just telling me some different pointers along the way.
Boy, that's just a lot of
very different. And
different country. It's more of it looks more like the, more like plains.
Yep.
Yeah. Now you're getting into more forest area.
Yep. And you'll see it come.
And as always, the trees or the tax man takes their share of fish.
But we
were able to redeem yourself.
Redeem myself here. This is important too. So now we are out of the park. So now these guys are Snake River fine spotted.
So you got out of the Yellowstone Cutthroat, and you're more into where the population is the fine spot.
That's right. So we're
Yeah,
now,
because you went to the park primarily to make sure you got the Yellowstone.
That's right.
And you got a pure strain of Yellowstone. There wasn't much of a genetic mix. Where
That's right.
now you're trying to get more into the snake and into the area where that's more of a pure genetic strain,
That's
more
right.
wildlife on the river.
More wildlife.
And try to stay into a more of a cleaner.
Yes. Yep. So there's no doubt that,
No doubt of the different genetics you get into.
That's right. There's no interbreeding,
A
etc.
cleaner strain.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, folks. This is obviously the second installment. We got one more coming on there. The next one will have a lot of, probably going to be the best one of the three of the fishing action. And so we'll have that one up as soon as we can get. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like this style, this fishing story style, please say so down in the comments. I intend to do a lot more of this going into the future. And as always, to catch up with everything, hit that little subscribe button and hit the little bell icon to you'll know when the next one's up. We're hoping to have a little bit more steady flow of this type of stuff coming in the future. So until next time, thanks for watching. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. A little bit this time of them going fishing for the cutthroats out in the Rockies. So,
Not in the Rockies. Cut.
Not in the Rockies.
We're not in the Rockies.
Yeah, you are.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
No.
Yellowstone's in the Rockies.
No, it's not in the Rockies.
Teton's is part of the Rockies.
No.
No?
No.
Then what is it?
Well,
They're mountains. They're in the Rocky chain.
Absaroka Range. Yeah.
That's part of the Rockies.
No, it's not. Trust me. Anyway.
Oh.
Pause.